Hi everyone, I'm Becky with Becky Selman's Art Studio. How's everybody doing? It's a beautiful day in Texas, and it's a beautiful time for me to come on and show y'all this Lilo technique. I don't know, I'm calling it the Lollipop technique. It's striped colors across the canvas on a thin base, wrecked out, with mixed pour and paints. I'm going to show you my medium. This is mixed pour. This is where you will get it. It's Krista8974 at gmail.com. This is amazing in a bottle. Happiness in a bottle. All your worries gone for pouring in a bottle. Ratio is 7:1. Mixed pour to acrylic. I break that down further to 3.5 to a half, which is 3.5 ounces of mixed pour to a half ounce of acrylic paint. That's all you need. All you need. Saves you a ton of acrylics. And it comes out really thick, comes to you thick. All you have to do is thin it down with water if it's too thick for you. So this Lollipop Wreck is very colorful. So we're going to be using a lot of color today. And there's tons and tons and tons of colors that I use with this. So please listen to me. Write down the colors. I've got too many colors on my table, and I know each one of them in the cup. So if I don't show you a color, but I tell you a color and I use, please write that down. These are the colors that I will be using in the pour. Okay, so first off, I have just regular old white by Global Colors. Just white. No titanium white, no nothing. It's just regular white. Then I have Yellow Flower, and it is opaque. Then I have Purple Shift, or Purple Flash, by FolkArt Color Shift. Then we have Prizmpours. This is Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet. This is a very beautiful color right here. Beautiful, rich blue. Then we have Twilight Violet. Can y'all, is it wanting to? Okay, there we go. This is a very pretty, sparkly purple. This is my favorite color of the Color Arts. This is a wine color. It's called Claret by Prizmpour. It is a very winey color. It's wine. It's like a grape wine. Love this color. Then we have our Prizmpour Apple Cider. This is a lush, orangey, yellowy fall color, but it works great in this because I don't have an orange, so we're going to use that as an orange. Then we have another Prizmpour. This is Frozen. Frozen. This is a very pretty twinkly, almost a cerulean blue. Then we have FX's Smooth Satin Bloodline. This is a deep blood red. I mean blood red color. I love this. This is my new favorite deep red. Then we have a new product that I'm carrying now. It is the Treasure Gold by FolkArt in the pink zircon. It is kind of a pinky, winey color. We're going to be using that color. Then my two fail-safe metallics is Iridescent Copper Fine by Golden. And I'm out of it. Sad face. I'm out of this one too. It's Iridescent Bright Gold Fine. These are my coveted colors. We are also going to be using Pebeo's High Velocity Viscosity Acrylic in the Iridescent Green Blue. And we're going to be using Amsterdam's Pyro Red. I will probably add a glitter. And it will probably be this glitter. Probably two glitters. It's probably going to be this one. It's an FX High Voltage Copper Shift. It will go from iridescent to copper. This is one of my more favored glitters. I really, really like this glitter. I like all the FXs. They're really nice paints. And then the FolkArt Blue Bling. It's an extreme glitter. It's fine. It's really not a blow your head off glitter. It's more of a subtle hue of glitter. So, we're going to be doing the lollipop effect. It's going to be streaky. So, here's my tool that I'm going to be using. I am going to be using the fatter ball on this end. My wrecking, my usual tools that I have on my website are out of stock right now. And I am looking into ordering new and different tools to wreck with, combs, stuff like that. So I'll be sending emails out to all my subscribers that subscribe to my website for the new tools that I'll source out pretty soon. I am looking into the best options right now. So, right now, I want to show y'all how I do this lollipop effect because it's really, really neat. I use popsicle sticks and cups. And these are the size cups. They're about 5.5 ounce cups. If you break down your ratio from 7 to 1 to 3.5, they fit beautifully in the cups. And it will last. It won't dry out because they do have lids that cover the top, that cover the cups. So, excuse me. So anyway, we're going to pour the white for the base. I do know I have the little dot in there of some speck. I will get it out if I can find it again. And this is just to cover the base. This is, you're not going to use it as a pillow. It's just going to be thinned for the base. I kind of move it around. I spin it out. So that way, see how the paint's moving over the sides? You want a good coverage, and you want that base to be thin when you put your paints over it because you don't want the paints to sink into that base because that base is going to be thin. It's going to be a very thin coat on top. And you're just basically using this, You're basically using this base as a moving, just to get the paints to move and stretch across the canvas instead of folding over themselves. Because the streaks are going to be very tiny streaks. And the beauty about the medium that I use is that it will open itself up layer by layer, and it will show the colors once we swirl. So I think we ought to get right down to it. Let's start. We're going to use, I didn't grab that color, did I, to use? That's okay. You know what? I've got to add another color. So I'm going to add cool blue. To this. It's a Global Colors. It's a cool blue. It's just blue. I need a non-metallic to start. So I just streak it. See how it's just in streaks? And it doesn't have to be thick. It doesn't have to be thin, but you do want them going all the same direction. Okay. So then we're going to use the Bloodline. We're going to streak it across. Just streaking, and it's okay if you get the little skip marks. They're kind of cool. The streaks, the little skips. Now we're going to go to the violet. Twilight Violet, Violet Twilight, Twilight Violet. We're going to go with the Twilight Violet. We're going to go over these colors with this this sparkle shimmery purple. It's okay if you get it thicker in one spot more than the other. You don't have to have it coated evenly, just however you want it. Now, you will probably come back and add the first bottom layer color again. With adding all of these colors into it, you will lose some of that bottom. So, I'm going to add, now we're going to add this iridescent green blue from Pebeo. And that's going to lighten the colors up. It's going to give it some, fun in the sun, is what it's going to do. Some iridescent properties is what it's going to do. So I think I have, no, I don't. Okay. So now we're going to go with the Pyro Red because it's nice and bright. I've got some pretty dark colors on there right now. We're going to lighten this up with the Pyro Red. It's just a hair brighter than the Bloodline. And you're just streaking it across. Okay. You can use any color base you want with this. It does not have to be white. This is just an experiment. This is just to show you a how-to. This is just the how-to video on how to layer, how to put your paints down on your tile. This is the pink tourmaline. It's kind of got a muted pink, which is fine. We won't use too much of that because I don't want it to actually look like there's a little mud in it. Now we're going to come back in with some yellow. The yellow flour. We're going to just drizzle. And since the yellow's opaque, it's going to, you know, show up pretty good. Then we're going to go with the frozen. I've got very little of this. So I'm going to really be careful on how I put this down. Okay. Now I'm going to put this, oh, there goes my sticks. Okay, then I'm going to put this blue velvet down. I mean, look at this. Look at this blue velvet. Isn't that pretty? It's a Prizmpour. You don't want your lines to drizzle. You want them to stay straight. So you want to kind of go back and forth as quickly as you can to keep the streaks. You don't want to drizzle. You want straight lines. Now we're going to come in with the Copper by Golden. It's a lush gold. I mean copper, sorry. It's a lush copper. And we're going to just streak it along without letting it drizzle. Don't let the paint drizzle. Streak it across. Now I'm going to go in with my purple shift because we need a little purple on it. Oh. But I don't need clumps. So, trying my best not to get boogers on it. Okay. Now I'm going to do some iridescent bright gold fine. We're just going to place it over the top. We're going to make that really stand out. Okay. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of this, I'm just going to add the copper shift, just a little. I mean, this really don't even really need a glitter effect. That's all I'm adding, just a tad. I am going to add the bonfire because the bonfire is really, really pretty. It's like a reddish orange. And you might not see all of the colors, but you will see a representation of most of them in this pour. So I'm going to come back in with the bloodline again and just give it streaks across the top with the bloodline, because it is a satin, so it is going to dry a little bit of a flatter, but amongst all of these sparkles, you'll get a really heavy effect in between the sparkles. Okay, so I'm done. I don't think I added all the colors that I specified, but I did speak out and to say the ones that I did use. So, you know what? I am going to add this Yellow Shift by FX. I am going to add that across the top. It's not going to hurt a thing. There we go. Just to give it a little pizzazz. Okay. All right. So that was FX Mutant Shift Yellow. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wreck it. And you can wreck it however you want to. But I wreck it in swirls, swirled around. So you'll see how my wreck. I'm going to bring it down so I can show you the wreck. Okay, so going to and I'm sorry the squeakiness of it. It is a tile. And I just kind of loop-de-loop it all the way around until I get in the center. And then I center it up like that. Okay, so now we can also, to divide these yellow streaks, because you can still see the streaks, which we can do that, or we can leave it alone and we can spin it. So I kind of want to leave it alone. I like that composition. It's totally up to you. Now, your tile is your tile, and you know, you like how you do how you want it. You know, you do you, boo. You know what I'm saying? You do you. As long as you're happy with the outcome, that's really all that matters. So, like I spun that, and I didn't quite get the effect, but I did. So I'm going to wreck it again. Because obviously you're not going to hurt. I mean, you got so many colors on this that it's just going to look really busy. And then you want to, first of all, you want to have it, you know, centered on your spinner. Don't be a Becky and have it not centered. Because you'll get whoppy jaw spins. Okay. And I'm just trying to spin it out to where it's going to look pretty decent. I'm wanting that to come off. So I'm going to do it like that. And I'm going to spin it like that and see, hopefully I can get it to move off. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Okay, so I'm going to check my corners and I'll pick my tile up and I'll bring y'all in. So what I do is I just take my corners, the excess, because it's all just, you know, paint. And I kind of just paint the corners of the paint that's right there at the time. And that's what we do. And you can just bring your colors down. So, let me bring y'all in. Let me bring y'all. And that's the swirly lollipop. Or the lollipop effect. If you like this video, please hit that like button, share it, subscribe. So other people can find my videos. And my how-tos. I'm not the best videoer out there by far, but I do care about what I do and do love helping. So if you're having trouble, you can email me. My website's www.beckyselmansartstudio.com. If you're looking for paints, if you need help, email me at beckyselman79@gmail.com. I'll be willing to answer questions and help with whatever you need. Other than that, I think that's it. And I'm out. Peace. Enjoy the journey.